welcome back. Today we're going to continue to work on migration stuff. Like we're currently using JavaScript and we want to move to TypeScript. And Polaroid is working on that, but he asked me to define all of the Zod types. That's why it's called Zod Time. Yeah, not the most exciting topic, but I thought, hey, let's do a clickbait title to make it more exciting. All right, so let's open up Visual Studio Code. The last couple of days I tried to get continuous integration to work for the local install, so for the Linux install. But it didn't work. Systemd is not supported on Docker, which is an issue. And I didn't know about that. All right, so here we have, I tried something here, but it wasn't really an issue. I wanted to debug a bug, but the bug isn't happening on my system. All right, restore. Okay. So, let's go to our Docker folder and let's start everything up, right? Systemctl, start, and Docker. All right, awesome. And I also want to see the output, right? So let's do sudo docker compose up. No, -f. Yes, like that. So that we start in dev mode. Yeah, I also tried to work on benchmarking, and I think I found a way, but like performance tests and benchmarking are like in odds with each other, because like it takes some time to like scan all the images. And if I want to test like, I don't know, 500,000 images, it will always like take, I think, like 24 hours for each system. And that's not really doable on my development machine because I don't want to keep it running that long. So I have to think about how I do that. Anyway, so the backend started up. We have to pull, I think, from the frontend and the backend. Git pull. All right. And the front end, cd /LibrePhoto front end. All right. Git checkout def git pull. All right, very cool. So we have to define a couple of Zod classes, and we already started with like albums, right? So most of this is already defined, so that shouldn't be an issue. Auth actions, I think, is also mostly done. I think part of it is already like migrated to like that thing here, auth selectors. Right. And we also have here our user.zod class and selectors and slice and stuff like that. All right. So I think we start with an obvious candidate, and that would be either faces or util actions. I think faces is fun. So delete faces, train faces, rescan faces, cluster faces. All right. We probably have to define quite a lot of stuff. So let's create a new class. And he doesn't want me to do that. Okay, then I click on that. Faces actions types.ts. All right. he is already complaining. Awesome. Do I have to define anything special? Let's look that up. No, not really. All right. So first of all, we need Zod, right? Because it's Zod time. And yeah, I'm going to import this, and then we will look at all the different possible classes, right? So, right, so we have like persons and a page size. We have add person, we have rename person, we have delete person. Oh, not person, faces.actions, right? And to define that, we have to do this const data path stuff, right? And then we have types. All right. No, not here, but in the set faces person label, right? And we have like response data results, and that thing needs to be passed, right? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to define some stuff. The first thing is always the hardest one. Because like getting started, there's always like a barrier. All right, so I think we can save that for now. Then he will complain if we would call this, because fetch auto album list response schema isn't a thing, right? So let's see. First of all, we have to define like our thing here. Faces action. Let's go here. That is definitely not a thing. I have no idea how I should call this. That is a set faces label response, right? So then I have to also import like here user album edit response schema, right? So let's use that, put that here. All right, save. Import set faces label response. Not like that, please. So first of all, I'm pretty sure we have to define it like that, and then from dot slash faces dot actions dot types. Yep. All right. So technically we could pass that. So I will do a preemptive console.log response. Right. And also, I don't know how that happened, but like always log errors. Like I'm very serious about that, because otherwise it's like very hard for me to debug stuff. Yeah. Okay, so set faces label response. That's fun. Hey ho! Even in German. Yeah, like we're working on migration stuff. Like we're going to migrate from JavaScript to TypeScript, and we are going to do that by defining Zod types, and that's why it's called Zod Time. All right, and yeah, we're going to get started with the first action. So label faces. Let's go to own photos URLs. Let's look up which. All right, it's in faces, set face person label. Okay. Set faces. So what's the response? Okay, that's the response, I guess. And it's a list of Faceless Serializer. Fun. Okay, so we're going to copy that over here. Why? Oh, I think I have to export that. All right. Let's copy that again. So the first one is the z.boolean. Right. The second one is a face serializer. Face list serializer, all right. Go to definition. All right, so let's go here. Then we have like export const face list equals z array face, probably. And then we have export const face set object, copy that in here. And then we have to define all the different stuff. Save. So that's a face list. Right. Save faces, here we go. Faceless serializer. And results. What is results is also updated. Like what? This API endpoint doesn't make any sense. That's why I always put that off, because I will then check all the APIs, and then I will realize that a lot of it just doesn't make any sense. All right. So let's define the ID. That's probably a string. Then we have image. That is a z nullable. Probably also string, but not sure. Then we have photo. Person. All right. Person is, we already have person defined, I think. No, we don't. All right. I have to look up person. Like what? Person isn't even defined. All right. That's not fun. So it's probably a string, I would guess. because it's just the ID. Then we have person label probability. That is a number, should be. And a person name, which is definitely a string. Alright, cool. So that should work. And I probably did a small error here. What? Okay, I have to put nullable at the end. Okay, string nullable string. All right. Let's save that. We don't have these things. And then we will just try that, right? All right, let's go to localhost. And let's see if we get an error. So let's open up the console. Here we go, dashboard, face recognition. I'm not exactly sure where we used set face label faces here. So go to references, modal, person edit. Okay, I know where I can find that. So I guess we have to go to dashboards, face recognition, then we select a person, +1, and then click give it a new name, add person, and now we get a Zod error. So ID is a number, that's the first thing. All right. I could have known that, I guess. So save that. Then we have... No! Don't delete the error! God damn it. So let's rename that to 2, I guess. Results is a number. What? String number updated. Person is a number. Alright, yeah, makes sense. Save. Okay. Three, add person. That worked, awesome. Very cool, so let's look at the data again. So we have the results, like again, image is like a string, right? Photo is like the hash. A person name is just that. All right, so that worked, awesome. Let's do the next one, I guess. So, delete faces, all right. Console.log. Are your bookmarks intentionally filled with memes? Yes. I had like a presentation in university, and I don't know, it was kind of like a boring presentation. And I thought like, okay, how could I make it funny? But nobody noticed it, like nobody. And I was like, oh, damn it. And all of them are like pretty funny memes. Like the MPM drinking game is like awesome. like you have to guess a name that isn't an npm package, and it's like really, really hard. So you, like every normal word like is definitely used. So let's try beer. That exists. Beers also exists. Let's get ridiculous. 2 beers. Okay, that works still. But like that. Okay. So that's still open. But yeah. That's a really fun page. All right. So I wanted to continue to define the face action types. So let's go to faces and then delete faces. So that appears to be similar. No, of course not, because here he only it's just why? So that's different for some reason, and it's only like strings, like arrays of strings. Like, who programmed that? Probably me. Export consts delete faces. Response, yes. Here we go. So that should be the actual thing, but of course it isn't. Because it's just array of strings, not number. Oh yeah, probably number, because it's IDs. Save. So let's go again to faces.py. Right, we're only adding the IDs. Doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's put that here. Data equals delete faces response. Right. So let's check it out if it works. Delete. No. Ah, alright, awesome. I also can get an undefined. Of course I can. So undefined was optional, right? Optional or nullable? I think optional. I'm not exactly sure what's the difference, but I think sometimes like a backend can give you like a null instead of an not available. All right, so that is optional. Okay, I think it's probably called something different. Okay, not deleted and deleted. Haha, that's the difference. Okay, not deleted. All right. To do should be similar to set face label response. All right, so it is refreshing. So let's delete that. Data is not defined. What the hell is happening? Data is not defined. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to do a const, right? Save. F5. So the deletion obviously worked, right? Because it's just a response. Okay, that works again. Awesome. Man, I'm so fast. All right, so trained faces doesn't even do anything with the response, I guess. Oh no, it's down here somehow. Okay, console.log error, and then const data. That is obviously train faces response dot parse response dot data. Yes. So, oh no, I don't have an up and lowercase there. I have to refactor that because that's really ugly. Yeah, so let's go to faces. Train. Right, train faces. And that's our grand response. So I have a status, that's a boolean, and I have a job ID, which is a number, but it's also optional. Cool. All right. Save. All right. Cool, cool, cool. And now I'm going to refactor the other stuff. So let's go up here. Save. And save. Awesome. Okay. So let's try it out, right? Okay, I first have to delete the old running job. Yeah, then you can see my benchmark. Like, it's like 250,000 images because a couple of users reported like performance issues when you have so many images, and it's easier to debug it if you have that many. But it took like 12 hours to get to like 100K because like I'm currently like scanning between 8,000 to 10,000 like images per hour. That's not a good benchmark. So let's remove that so that we can scan for face recognition. All right, let's do this. That worked. Trained faces response is not defined. Okay, so he's losing his mind because I have to do that. All right. Okay, safe. Very cool. Let's reload. Okay, so we have oh no, the job ID is a string instead of a, it seems like you have a 1 hour offset. Yes. It has something to do with my system, like with Manjaro. I set it before, but like it switched back somehow, and I always forget how to set it. Yeah. Okay, so we received a string. String. Okay. Why is it not a number? Yeah, and I always forget how to set it, and then I don't set it because like I only use this machine for developing because I find it like easier if I have like a work machine and a fun machine. And when I'm working, I don't really care if I have an offset like from of an hour, but I get a lot of like visual bugs. Like, for example, here it will always say like, where when it's running, like it runs in an hour or something. Yeah, not ideal, but what can you do? So let's do scan again. Okay, so it doesn't seem to crash. That's cool. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Rescan Faces. Hey, awesome. Export const. I also don't understand why we have like this underscore before the response objects, but that's something I can look up later. Rescan Faces response. So ideally everything would be similar, right? So that would be ideal, but it probably isn't. So let's look this up. So we have train faces, right? And we have rescan faces. Okay, so let's define it here, that we do a, yeah, I want to scan faces, to be honest. Scan faces. Okay, let's call that scan faces. Now save. Let's go here. And it's similar. Awesome. So that's good. Let's log that console.log. Okay, so let's add this up here. I still don't get when he adds it and when he doesn't. It's a bit all over the place. I think I will also just go for the next one. Cluster faces. Cluster faces isn't actually used in there. Cluster faces is used like for the stats, right? Go to references. Yes. Okay, so we will probably get something completely different here. Const. Let's call it cluster faces for now. Faces. Export const cluster faces equals, yes. All right, so cluster, yeah, that isn't in here because I think I put it somewhere else in data visualization, right? So we have to search for it, I guess. So the response object gets created not in a serializer, but in a function. Fun. All right, it's a list, and it's a list that is somewhat unique, I guess. Yeah, that was like a function I programmed for something different. Okay, so we have a list with this attached to it. So let's copy that. Let's go in here, cluster faces. So that's like an export const cluster face data point. No, not response. Okay, so let's copy and paste that here. So ID is probably a number. So C dot number, and person name is a string. And that is again a number. No, that's a Boolean value. Okay, Boolean. And color is, what the hell is that? Probably like a hexadecimal value, I would guess. So a string. So let's try that. Face URL is definitely a string. And I also have to be more consistent about the naming. It's all over the place. And then we have value, and value is, I don't know what value is. I have to define a new object for that, I guess. Const data point. And that is like X number, Y number, and size. That's probably also a number. No, color apparently not. Okay, so value. So that's a data point. All right, and that is it's just an array of cluster face data points, right? Oh, I see. Very cool. So that will definitely that will not work on the first try. So let's log that. Cluster faces. Let's go up here. All right. Let's see if this works. Data with timeline. No, not timeline. That's face cluster. All right, here we go. So expected Boolean received nothing. And that is person label is inferred. So that is nullable for some reason. Okay. Why? All right. Reload. Okay, so that worked. I am definitely faster now than I was before. So what did we do before that? So delete face cluster, set face label, delete face, train face, rescan face, right. So I have to test that. Okay. Yeah, but that takes a long time and should probably work. That's fine. So fetch inferred faces. So now we're going to implement the fun stuff. All right, maybe I have to do it the other way around. So I will define first export const inferred faces equals. Yeah, probably not. Let's go to faces. We have a faceless serializer. So that's pretty much the same thing that we had before, right? So I can just use Ba, ba, ba. Where is it? Face lists. Very cool. So let's do this. So that is const data equals inferred faces dot pass. All right. And I think I can just do, to save, a couple of lines, then face list, right? So, okay, so let's go to face recognition, reload, and it works, awesome. So I think I can do that for both classes. So let's do face list. Copy, and then let's do the same thing here. Console.log. All right. That is loading. That is not loading because I had never inferred anything. So now I have to infer something, add person. Alright, that also works, that's awesome. And I don't have to do face actions like the logging. I don't need that. Alright, and everything else is inferred. Everything is still working. Woo! Alright, labeled faces worked. Fetch faces. Alright, where do I use that? Go to references. Wait, I don't use that at all? Find in files, fetch faces. What? I have a completely non-used function. What the hell? Like, no, that can't be, man. That's insane. What? Alright, that's not used. Fun. Let's go here. Okay, that is used. Awesome. Oh, alright, so fetch labeled faces. Maybe that isn't used? No, that's also used. No, it isn't. What the hell? Okay, I think I can just delete that. Yep. That's also not used. That's weird. Okay, so do right inferred faces. And then we're going to do here. The same thing. Face list, and we can do face list here too. Alright, so console.log. Error. And let's do the same thing here. Nope. Okay. Okay, so expected array, received object. So that is different though. Okay. Faces inferred list. Let's see. Alright, we also have like the Faces Serializer. And that is different, I guess. All right. So, no, camera, don't die. Okay, I think it should hold again. All right. Yeah, so invalid type, expected array, received object. The thing is that I don't see what we actually get. So let's go to network, because we will definitely see there what we are getting. All right. List, here we go. All right. It still looks the same, but it's in the results, right? So yeah. I also don't get why we sometimes put stuff in the results and sometimes we don't. That's also inconsistent. All right, F5. Okay, and now everything's working again. Very cool. I don't need that. So fetch face list. Where do we use that? We don't. Okay. Label face person. Okay. What is happening, man? Okay. I guess we also don't use that. Very cool. So now we have implemented all the face types. Very cool. So I think we can do a commit for that. Git stage changes, git commit. All right. Created Zod types for faces. Also deleted unused actions. Git push. All right, so that was the first commit of the day. So let's continue. Now we have people actions. So let's create a new file. Let's call that people actions.types.ts. All right. And I think we already have like a couple of things defined, because we definitely had something like this, right? So here we have person, for example. We can straight up steal that put that in here, save. And then we say import person schema from people actions, right? And then we have a couple of other things. So let's look up people. That's all we had in here. And the rest is probably here in photo action types. So let's look for people. And then I think your screen is frozen. Yeah, you're right. What the hell? I think your screen. Thanks for reminding me to check that out. What the hell? Okay. Now it's working again. Weird. Yeah, I was finished. And I found a couple of deleted functions. Yeah, in general, I'm not like that happy about the HDMI converter that I use. Like, it's a bit blurry, and I don't know why. Like, the camera is fine, but like screen output isn't something he can do, I guess. So, alright, so I wanted to look up photo stuff. Auth actions. Photo actions, yeah, person info. I thought we had that in here. Yes, person info, here we go, person info schema. That is the kind of stuff that belongs to people. Alright, save. Person. Yeah, I think that was it. So, yeah, that doesn't exist any longer. That's fine, save. Okay, so we have a couple of things defined. These should be similar to what we have defined in the backend. And now we just have to check each function. So first of all, we have like here our thing where we check out import what I'm going to import. Let's just import person schema. We will definitely need that. So parse response data.results. All right, save. And that did not work. Okay. Here we go. And then I'm going to cache the error. Let's reload. No, he doesn't like it. What's the issue? Compiled with problems, module not found. Please find the module. Save. No, he still doesn't like it. JSX doesn't exist. JSX doesn't exist. What? Okay, field browser doesn't contain a valid alias configuration. I think I can fix this by restarting everything. I think we can still check out. Yeah, I can close that. what we actually have here, right? So persons, let's go to don't do it. I should have persons or people or something. Why can't I see it? Is it under albums? I think it is under albums. Alright. Here we go, person view set. I think that's what we used. So let's go to restart. Let's go here. Persons. Person. Yeah, person view set. Alright. Okay. Not auto album, just albums. Here we go. Then we have the person serializer. And the person serializer has name, face URL, face count, face photo URL, video, ID, new person name, and cover photo. Okay. A lot of stuff, definitely. So let's go to people action. And that's pretty much all in here, right? I just have to add cover photo. Photo. And that is... Oh, and video is missing. String nullable, okay. I think it's optional. And then I have video, and that is a optional boolean value. Alright. Boolean dot optional. Alright. Oh, I forgot to enter my password. No! Alright. So let's go to people actions. Yeah, so that should work, I guess. So person schema alone doesn't work because we have like an array of them, right? So we have to do export const person list equals array. No, person schema. And I have to add this here. He's still complaining. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we still have the same issue, which cost us 51 years. What the hell am I doing wrong? People, action, people, actions. It is a typo. No. No. Save. Okay. All right. Found the issue. What? But I've literally defined that there. Import person list. No, from people actions.types. This is driving me insane. People actions. You can't give me the same issue. No issues found, one error. Oh my god. Okay, how do I call album actions? Is that the issue? No. But it's literally here. Let's restart again. Oh man. Anyway. I'm very skeptical. I don't know if that works. So here we get name, value, and key as a response, I guess. Const data equals at person response dot parse okay. Let's add that. It looks like he isn't complaining any longer. Let's hope that it stays that way. So what does he return? Add person, name and ID. That's it, okay. Whoa, like GitHub Copilot learned what I want, and it's still not working. Are you? Yeah, this is driving me insane. But now it's in a different folder even. Maybe I can fix it. Let's go to layouts, albums, and then album people. So why are you complaining exactly? People action types doesn't exist. People actions. What? In line 12. In albums, album people JS. We are on album people JS. Okay. This is driving me insane. TS config. Oh my god. Cannot resolve people actions dot types in user source app. But it's literally here. What? What is happening? I don't get it. People actions is it's literally like there. I made such good progress, and then this happens. Okay, so we are looking for that, right? And he's looking in the wrong folder. Maybe that's the issue. Okay, so that costed. Oh, my, it's frozen again, man. That's not good. Let's reset it again. All right, now it's working again. He's looking for a directory, yeah. Yeah, no, it was just that I did a dot instead of a dot. And then he looked in the wrong directory, and now everything's fine. So, let's check it out if it works. And that costed me like 15 minutes at least. And I think my chat is like a bit too large. Yeah. Alright, fixed it. But now that's too large too. Okay, so let's pull that down. That looks good. Alright. Yeah, I still have to like shrink it down a bit. So, anyway, we're trying to go here. And that worked. Awesome. So nobody's complaining. The next one was add person. Alright, so I don't know exactly where I use that, so let's search for it. Add person. Function add person. Alright. It's again not a function that is anywhere used. I hate this. Alright. Rename person. That is the thing, right? So actually use that here. Okay, so let's see. I don't use the response at all for rename person. That doesn't sound like a good idea. I should do something. So many issues. All right, save. Delete person. All right, but no, we also don't use anything. That is also not good. Yeah, I know. All right. set album. Oh my god. A lot of new to-dos found. Add person and set label to face. That's very specific and it's not used. Fetch social graph. Yes, finally something we can pass. Awesome. And that's definitely used because I already did something with that. All right. So we will call that. Okay, add person response isn't a thing. Export const. Person data point. That is probably not correct. Right, but it's enough for me to define that as person data point parse. No, it's just response.data. Okay. So it should probably be person data points. Export data point list. All right, that's also fine with me. And that's not in albums, that's in data viz. And that's in build social graph. Come on. Please stop hiding that. Here we go. All right, so I have again an object and that's nodes and links. So it's completely different again from the other thing. Oh no. Right. Fun. So it's ID, X and Y and then source and target. Alright, so I have to define export const node equals X, Y, yes. No, I don't need that. And then we have export const link. The source and a target. Nope. And okay. That's very confusing. Z array, okay. Nodes. Yeah, node.array. Links.array. Alright. Let's see if that worked. Oops. Okay, so let's go to people actions and then let's import that. And I have to lock that. I'm way faster than I expected. Alright, so let's go to not face recognition but data visualization, social graph. Yep, that makes sense because we actually need a couple of people in the same photo, right? So I think she's also in the same photo. So let's do it like that, add person. And then we go to social graph again at F5. And we probably get an error somewhere. Or not. Ah, here we go. It is working. Very cool. F5. Okay. So the whole loading thing is a bit janky, but other than that, it works fine. So I probably should note that somewhere. To do. Doesn't for some reason. All right. So that worked too. Very cool. I don't know, did we actually use person list? Yes, right. We did. Okay, so now we have to, I don't know, photo action.type is already typed. So now we have public user lists. Well, that's probably just the user, right? So, let's look that up. Okay, we can close the other ones. Oh, and I can commit. And crashed again, come on. Okay. That really isn't fun, I'm very sorry about that. I will order something new in the next couple of days. Okay, so somewhere I have an error. Okay, it's just a TS config. Alright, so let's do a new commit, I guess. Git commit. Add new Zod types for persons. Very cool. All right, so the next one is just probably one action. And I think we already have defined that. So close others. So that's just user. So let's go to URLs, user slash no. Where is it here? User view set. Okay, User view set. Okay, and that's just the user serializer, and I think we already have defined that. So we will try that. Console.log error and const data equals where do we have that? In here, right? User schema, right? User schema dot array. Yep. And then I also have to import that, obviously. Import. Is this even? Yeah, that's public. User schema. Well, not really, to be honest. That's from // store / user / user.zod. All right, let's reload. Okay, so let's go to public photos. Okay. We received an object, but we expected an array. That's interesting. All right. Save. Okay. That seemed to work. Very cool. So we solved that too. I think I will keep going for half an hour and then I will stop, because I already get a bit tired. All right. Again, we have our photos grouped by date. Okay, that's probably also already defined. That is const and then data equals photos group date photos group schema, right? And then pass response data dot results. And if not, do a console.log. All right, so let's query something. Test. And he is complaining. Okay. He threw me back to the other stuff. Expected object received array. Right, because we don't have like a date photos grouped schema, but that's also an array, right? So it should be like that. Tests. Here we go. That works. So that wasn't too hard. Then we have search people. Search. Again, like, I'm pretty sure we don't use that. Alright. Search people. Alright, yes, okay, we use that. That's on me. Const. Something like that. Do we need results? Yes, we need results. Alright, I think I will look up now persons. Let's see, person view set, album, we already had defined that. That is probably person schema. How did we call that? Person list. Like, the naming isn't final, right? I'm just trying to move fast and break things. Parse. Right, I only want like to begin typing everything, because that's a lot of work for other people. I know a lot of it because I already programmed for like 2 years on this system. No, like 1.5 maybe. So I know how everything works, and most people do not. Person list. Person list. Now the thing is also like a lot of people are then confused because some things aren't used, and then they are a bit afraid to delete stuff, which I guess makes sense like in a very mature system. But this system is like only kind of mature. Like, we have a lot of features, but they're all a bit broken. Alright, so we did that. It's like proprietary software basically. Like if you work like at a job and you get like some legacy code base, it's exactly like that. Currently it's a bit better. Okay, that's concerning. One. Okay, it's still loading. I don't see a crash. That worked. Very cool. So, things. Ooh, I don't think that we have something like this. Thing list. Find files, albums, /thing. Okay, we have this in here. Fetch album things list. Da 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 da. All right. Okay, let's try that. Import underscore. Yes. All right, very cool. We also log the issue. Here we are. Okay. Could not find, but I have defined it here. Oh, okay. All right, so let's check this out. So do we actually have things? That's the first thing, right? Yes, we have things. So let's look for Zen Garden. Seems to be working. So let's look for pool. That also works. Cool. So search place is the last thing, but that's probably also defined then. Console.log. Okay, Very cool. Okay, reload. I don't think that I even have a place defined right here. Oh no. Yeah, that's not good. And I don't know where my mapbox key is. So that's a to-do. Can't find my mapbox key to test. Alright. So we'll comment that out. Alright. But these things also look fine to me. So let's go to UI actions. There we don't have like anything. User actions. Wait, but he already programmed that, right? Fetch predefined rules and fetch user self details, yeah. And default rules is probably not used, right? Like, why didn't he just deleted it? Alright. Move to trash. I don't know why Manjaro takes so long to delete stuff. It is so annoying. Like, that's like the one thing that I really don't understand. Other than that, I'm pretty happy about it, but like that is really really annoying. Alright, so that's the last thing we have. And then we're done. Util actions types TS. Okay. That is fetch job lists. Okay, so that is probably just const jobs equals that object ID string name description status created at updated at start at end at. That seems a bit much, to be honest, but hey, GitHub Copilot just keeps going. Right, I think the couple first ones are actually pretty good. Alright, so let's define a job first. Okay, so we need a bracket here. Let's see, jobs. Job.array. Import job from cool. So what's happening? Yeah, jobs page. So that is probably in jobs.py. And that is probably the long-running job serializer. or is it list all RQ jobs view? Could be both. I don't know. Okay, so URLs, jobs, long running job view set. Okay. I was wrong, right about that. So let's define that, I guess. Go to definition. Okay, so job ID, queued, no, queued add please, started add, yes, finished add, that's also correct. No, but finished, and failed, and job type, and job type string, type str, started by, result, and ID. That is probably wrong, but let's see. Okay, so that worked. Let's export that. Let's go to util actions. Console.log. Okay, so fetch job list is probably in the admin, on the admin page, yes. Okay, so let's go to the admin page. That does not look right. Okay, he's complaining. Job type is a number. Oh, okay. Started by the user, okay. No, not like that. I want the simple user schema. Wait, but where's my simple user? We don't have a simple user, crazy. I guess I will add a simple user. User equals. No, not really. And I also don't want a type, I just want a const. Alright, so set object. I don't know what it even is. So jobs.py, yes, go to definition. Simple user serializer, ID, username, first name, last name. Okay. No. All right. Let's paste that. Okay, it's written the correct way. Let's use this in here, simple user, and that is store slash user slash user Zod. Okay. Started by goes in here. Let's reload again. Oh no, DevTools crashed. Okay, so ID is a number. Okay. Result is an object. Weird. Long running job. Result is an object. But what kind of object? Let's go to long running job, I guess. Okay, it's just a JSON field. So that's literally just object. Do I really have to do any? Like that. So what else is broken? Nothing. So that's it. Awesome. A non-serializable value was detected in an action in the path payload. Error. Request failed with status code 404. Okay. But that looks fine to me. I don't know. Okay. If it continues to argue with me, then I will fix it, but not now. So, jobs, job ID, delete. Ooh, I don't know. I think I should get a job back, right? Const data. No, that should only be like one job without results. So, and then I have site settings. There I definitely need a new type, because that's a bit weird. Phew, I already thought that I already had that site settings. Jobs, no, util actions types. Here we go. Export const site settings. That's not ID. It's a bit different. That's in the user. No, it's just. I think it's just in views. Here we go. There are these 5 values. Serializer, yes. Allow registration. I don't think that that's correct. I think it's just a string, to be honest. Heavyweight patterns, no, that is a number, in fact. Map API key is a string. Here we go. Save. Okay. Console.log.error. And here it should look the same. Okay, very cool. So let's see if this works. F5. And it does not work. Expected array received string. Yeah. I told you so. C.string. Okay, and then we had heavyweight pattern is undefined. Oh, pattern, not patterns. Okay, heavyweight pattern message required. But I'm pretty sure I get that from the backend. Where is it? Side settings. Here we go. Heavyweight process. Oh, heavyweight pattern. What the hell? What the hell? See? I'm getting tired. Like, I can't even read. Okay, so console is fixed. He complains about other stuff, but that's not the issue today. Alright, so let's go to the next util actions. We have fetch user list, and that's again user, so that should be user schema array, right? User schema is not defined. Please just import it. Yes, all right. And the next one is fetch directory tree, all right. So I know that that was kind of unique. So we definitely have to implement something there. /dir tree root path tree u. And that's under user. Okay. Right, path to dict. Okay, so title, absolute path. And then children. Okay. Export const the tree. Basically. Oh no, I lost that. No, it's here, okay. Title, absolute path, and children. Title. Why are you complaining? The tree implicitly has an any type. What? What the hell? Why? Data equals the tree dot parse response data. All right, see you. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that also doesn't work. So I think I have to export the tree type equals type c dot infer the tree only infers to a type, but is being used as a value here. No. Yeah, but if I do it like that, he's complaining. Recursive type Zod. Recursive types. The type can't be statically inferred. Instead, you will need to define the type definition manually. All right. Meh. Alright, let's make that public. And that should work. Why are you complaining? Absolute path is declared here, but required in type. But I have defined that. What is happening? Oh man, I'm so tired. Okay. That is kinda unfortunate. I am close to the 2-hour mark. Like I can't focus anymore. Where were we? Here, right? Tree.pass. Do I get an error? Yes, of course. Absolute path is missing in type. Here we go. This is this. This is this. See object, yes. Okay, now it's working. I don't know why. Probably had a typo somewhere. Okay, so we defined that. Let's check again. Alright, we have to do that. Console.log. Error, here we go. So let's see if we can fetch our data tree. No, here we go. A non-serializable value was detected in our payload. Alright, I think we have to do a result. Right. Okay. No, it's still crashing. Okay, undefined. Let's go to network. Reload. The tree, here we go. So it is an array for some reason. A non-serializable value was detected. Absolute path, children. Oh man, network again. So the first thing that I have to do is to declare that an array, right? And the second one has something to do with my types. Alright, no, it's an array, so why are you complaining? Invalid type string, but it is undefined. Oh, okay. He's complaining about children, so children is also optional, I guess. Okay. String. Absolute path is also optional. What? Oh, all right. Let's fix that, and then I have to do like question mark. How do I define optional value in interface? Type script optional type. Dot optional. Yes. Question mark, all right. What do I have to do? Do I have to do it like that? Yeah, okay. Very cool notation, to be honest, because like in Java it's like very cumbersome, but still could be nicer, you know? Okay, so he's also complaining about absolute path, so that's, I guess, also optional. Okay. No, it's still data is not defined. What is happening? That's weird. Settings. Admin area. Yeah, he's just saying data is not defined. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So parsing works, but I just forgot to define it. All right. Yeah, everything is working again. Awesome. Cool. So let's save that. And then I have to still define a couple more things. But I'm way too tired for that. So let's push what we have, right? Git commit. Add new Zod types. For util actions. Also delete unused stuff. Very cool. Git push. All right. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, you can like this video. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to help me really out, you can become a sponsor on GitHub Sponsors. And if you found a bug, leave a comment. All right. See you next time. Bye.